Hey, do you have a minute?
Yeah.
I'd like to give you a reading in my minivan. Come on.
That sounds awesome.
I'm Liliana. It's nice to meet you.
Alicia.
I'm just going to shake your hand again. Thank you for being willing to be wild and crazy with me and let me lure you into my minivan. I'm going to close my eyes because I see you better that way, but you do whatever you want.
Okay.
So just go ahead and take a minute and just feel your sit bones, your legs, and your feet. And I want you to put a bubble around you, like a really gorgeous sky blue bubble. And the bottom end of that bubble is tucked in under your feet, kind of hooked into the earth. And I want you to let gravity pull on you. So you're going to feel your sit bones, your legs, and your feet. So the bubble does two things. So it helps you hold your space in a new environment. You don't know me. You've never been in this van before. And so it can hold the space for you so you don't have to work so hard in this space. You can spread out and take up room. The bubble will also protect you from me in the sense that anything that I say that doesn't resonate with you, you don't have to take on. You can just filter it out. And let's set the intention for highest good for this reading, for yourself, for me, and for everyone involved. Okay, so I want to go ahead and have you say your full name for me 3 times. I'm going to give you a little reading, tell you what I see, and then after that you can ask a question. Okay?
Okay, great.
So when you're ready, say your full name 3 times. Beautiful. So you're in a female growth period, and you can kind of think of it like this is a time when we go through all the stories we've been told about what it means to be a woman, stuff that's been handed down through our generation, societal, and you're kind of doing inventory and going, this stuff fits and this stuff doesn't. So you're really separating that out. As women, we've got this womb space, and our womb space, we've been taught really early on to take that and invest that in other people's projects, taking care of other people. And so your female growth period is like kind of rock star energy, where it's like, I am not giving to anybody else. I am not putting my life force chi into anyone else's projects. I am going to give to myself. And so thinking of connecting heart's desire with the energy of the womb, kind of the creative fire, and bringing those together, manifesting heart's desire. That's like the trip that you're on. That's the growth period that you're in. And it's going to make you bitchy. It's going to make you funny. And it's going to make you feel just like there's nothing to wear in your closet one day, or the food that you're eating does not resonate with you anymore, or you need a different friend group. It's just breaking through all of the ceilings. And when we're in that transition, we don't have everything in place yet for kind of the new life, the new us, where we can be better expressed. And so it's a little bit uncomfortable, that female growth period. So trust yourself in the sense that, like, if you're just feeling cranky about something, you don't want to do it anymore, this is the time to let that go. And there's just no way around that. You know, you can't be like, I've got to be nice to myself. And, you know, it's like, nope, I've got to stand up. I've got to say what I need, what's right for me, and what isn't. So what I'm going to do is just do a little scan and kind of see where the energy is blocked. So it's funny, I want to scan your body and your field, and I can't. It's like you've got all these grandmothers coming in. You just have a beautiful circle of grandmothers, kind of a half circle all behind you, and they're just really rooting for you. So I see them like creating sacred ceremony for you and just loving you and just saying you can do it. So they're telling you can get through this, whatever, and it's like a hard time. So they're talking about hard times, and we're taking care of you, we're watching you, you are supported by us. And I feel like these grandmothers are more spiritual, so it's not necessarily from your lineage, but it's like spirit grandmothers that are around you taking care of you. So see if you can take just a minute, even if it's goofy, even if it's silly, and just give yourself permission to feel that support. So the divine feminine, the grandmothers and ancestors who've gone before us, who understand kind of our struggle being in a female body where we're kind of managing so many things. that you can be taken care of by those grandmothers. It's totally different than Mama Earth energy, right? It's like grandmothers just, they dote on you.
Yeah.
They just yum, yum, yum. They just love you. So you can feel them like they got your back. I mean, that's what that half circle is about. It's like, I got your back.
As soon as you said it, I started crying.
Yeah. And then the thing that you're clearing is all root and second chakra. So your root is all about your home, your family, money, having a roof over your head. Your second chakra is boundaries, safety, and security, and those like real personal relationships. Do you have kids? Do you have a partner? Do you have a family?
I have a husband, but we're getting divorced.
Okay.
And so we're separated.
Okay.
I have a dog.
Okay, that's your family, your puppy dog. Yeah.
I have a stepson, and all my family's on the East Coast. But yeah, I don't have a place to live right now. I don't have a job. I was living on the East Coast and I moved back, and my friends have just been taking care of me, so I'm sort of just drifting.
That's good that you have that support.
Yeah, it's been amazing, but I've never been, I mean, I haven't been this happy in a long time. I just feel like I'm where I'm supposed to be, and I don't have many material possessions. I had to sell my car. I want to move, but I don't have a car and I don't have any money. But I'm just not really worrying. I'm like, I know it'll all
come together.
Yeah, I feel really in my flow, which feels really good.
Root chakra and second chakra, that's all family, transition, divorce, and then the divorce piece is probably the divine feminine, where you're just like, I am like taking care of me right now.
Yeah, totally.
Is there anything that you're trying to clear? What's the first thing that you would want to ask about?
I feel like even my prayers are just like, please, and like, thank you. Like, there's not even like I want this or I want that. And it's hard to even know what to ask.
That's great. You're teaching me, right? So you're saying that your gratefulness right now, like you're just living on gratefulness, and that is the chi that you're using to power your dreams.
I feel like I have such amazing friends and family, and then partner-wise, it's always just very dramatic and painful. Yeah. Extremely painful.
Yeah. Let's read your ex. Can we do that? So go ahead, and what you're going to do is say his full name and your full name just one time.
Okay.
Okay, so he shows himself under addiction. So even if he's not addicted to a drug or alcohol, he is living the life of an addict, and that he's not conscious. So one of the things and this is kind of where it gets a little bit funky, is actually people who like to get high are really spiritual, right? Yeah. But they're really out of their body. And so you're trying to live your life, manifesting, like we said, heart and womb together, manifesting heart's desire, bringing your dreams into a reality. He's so out of his body and disconnected, he doesn't even know where the ground is. Okay, so even if he's got a life that's all together and figured out, spiritually, what's going on a physical matter, three-dimensional level, and who he really is, those do not connect at all. So you've put a ton of your life force energy into healing him, so just trying to keep him stable. So probably unwinding from him was and is pretty intense. Yeah. So you look really clean about it, I gotta say. Like, you look like you're really moving away from him in a very conscious way. So I feel like this pattern is broken of, drawing in or continuing to get paired in with people that need a high level of healing. You end up stabilizing them. Yeah. There's something about you completing it with him that actually frees you up from it. Is there an addiction thing? Is there not? Okay.
There's an addiction thing. Okay.
You don't have to go into detail about it.
Yeah, there's addiction and some mental illness.
Yeah, so stability-wise.
Stability. But this extremely bright, powerful light.
Beautiful, vibrant being, right? And that's so hard, right? Because it's kind of like you have this person in two totally different ways. Yeah. There's the reality of the personality who's on the earth living the life, which is so different than on a soul level, what you tap into. You're like, oh my God, this person is so bright and so vibrant and so amazing. Yeah. Okay, so let's go ahead and separate out from him. So what you're going to do is close your eyes and imagine a rose in front of you. And I want you to let everything that you need to say to this person, everything that's incomplete about the relationship, just let the rose collect it up. So the rose is a magnet, and it's taking anything unfinished, incomplete in this relationship, anything that you want to say to him that you can't say to him in real time because he can't quite assimilate it. And just let the rose do the work. It's pulling it out of your space. You don't even need to know all of the details. Just give yourself permission to release it. and everything you were healing for him. So you had like his workbook pages, you were kind of doing your workbook pages and his workbook pages. This is like you're giving him his notebooks back, his photo albums back, because he needs that in order to grow, right?
Yeah.
So this isn't like you're really dumping it on. It's actually good for you, good for him. Just like you're two totally different operating systems. You know, you're a Mac and he's the other one. And then go ahead and imagine either tossing him that rose or handing it to him.
Definitely, as I feel healed and separated from my husband, I feel like, well, I just can't ever let any man in again, because there's something about me that attracts like really special and powerful, but like really deeply
Disturbed
troubled
people.
Disturbed.
So I'm going to give you another way to think about that. So this is a classic thing that women say to me, which is, you know, what is it about me that continues to draw in these sort of unhealthy guys, you know, or partnerships? And what's so cool is if you can flip that question and think of it like this instead, which is those guys who are not whole and not healthy and are a little bit immature or stunted in some ways, right? So they're very vibrant and healthy, but there's some real like chronic unhealthy energy that's there, are very good at finding women who are capable. They're like, they got this amazing radar, and they're going to find a woman who's vibrant and bright and healthy and capable and totally go talk to you, connect with you, reel you in, and want to be with you. And they might be the last guy standing. You know, they're so committed, going, oh, she's going to balance me out, she's going to mother me, she's going to give to me. Once you get in there, it's another story.
And they're draining. I mean, that's been my history anyway.
And they're totally draining. You're totally exhausted. So the other piece that's in there is then, well, where does your power lie, right? So if it's like, okay, I'm not giving it off, you know, but they're going to keep finding me, your power lies in saying no when you start to see those red flags, right?
Yeah.
So what I'm just kind of putting into your mind is, as you move forward, it's not, and it feels like you can't open your heart up, I get it. But it's like what you're going to work on mantra-wise is, okay, I can open my heart, but if at any moment I don't feel safe or it feels unbalanced to me, unequal, I'm going to stop and I'm going to check myself. And I might have a conversation with him. And then you really want to go on action. Is this person doing the self-development growth? Because you are that kind of person. You know, you're healing yourself and growing yourself, and you don't stop. You need someone who's doing it at that same level. Does that make sense?
Yeah, totally. It was surprisingly really amazing. I feel really good. I feel like a calmer. It's hard to describe. The part where Liliana said she was going to read my energy. I think that's what. Yeah, she was going to read my energy, and she said that she could feel or see like these protective grandmothers around me. I just like tears sprang to my eyes, and I was like, thank God, someone's watching out for me.
Enlighten up with Lotus Lantern Healing Arts.